What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Williams Auto Group 125 here from the Bullring for the Thunderstruck Super Series Wednesday Modified Series. 125 laps tonight around this little over quarter-mile track in Las Vegas. Right outside there, you see actually, right outside the big track, the mile-and-a-half Las Vegas for NASCAR in the SK Modified cars tonight, as qualifying is just about to get underway. Your race information tonight: 74 degrees is your track temperature, and you see the track length, a very short track tonight, and kind of what you're going to see all season long with these cars. You're going to see some bigger tracks than this, obviously, but a lot of these short track, half mile, quarter miles. I'm not sure if we even have a full mile track on the schedule, so we'll actually check out the schedule a little later tonight in the stream, but right now they are qualifying, so we're going to head on over to watch these guys qualify. Jason Warren, he just got the pole spot so far, and then Elliott Longenecker actually takes it away from him. Elliott going to look to put down an even better lap the second time, and he will. 14.51. Going to land him that pole spot. Kevin Dowd on track, about to go take his first lap. So we're seeing 14-second laps tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 14/15. Some of them are 15, but the majority of them are 14-second laps, which means if we get a long green flag run, laps are going to tick by like it's nothing. So see if these guys can get some long green flag runs going tonight. Kevin Dowd, his first lap puts him 13th. And his second lap is going to put Kevin in the 7th spot for tonight's race so far. And with this series, the top 15 in the qualifying order make it. And then we have a little B main race for the remaining 5 spots. We do have 22 in the session tonight. We'll see how many actually race and see if that B main actually means anything tonight. Last week it did not. We had 5 cars in the B main, which means all 5 made it. We'll see how many are in it tonight. You see there on track, Mikey Keller qualified 20th right now. Joaquin Meza 17th currently. See if he can improve on that. And he's going to maintain that 17th spot for now. Mickey Isaac out on track. He's putting down his first lap. Let's actually go a little bit of a onboard here. Oh, overdrives the turn. It's going to hurt him on exit for sure. And Mickey Isaac takes that 17th spot away from Joaquin Meza. Aaron Ebendroth with the pole spot so far tonight. And we do have 21 cars qualified, so there's going to be at least one person.
All right, Aaron, take it easy on us now.
Sorry about that. Let me go over here real quick so I can disable voice chat. All right. So, yeah, as of now, we have 21 cars qualified. Mikey Keller with the last spot, which means one person in that B main will be left out of the main race tonight. And we're going to see who that is right now. The 15th spot is Logan Sturgeon. So David Hall, Mickey Isaac, Joaquin Meza, Philip Manzo, Keith Lichtenwalder, and Mikey Keller would be a part of that B main. And right now. Not sure how much longer we have left to qualifying, but we'll go ahead and look at your schedule for this series. Bullring tonight, Myrtle Beach next week, Martinsville, Bristol, North Wilkesboro. That'll end the first half of the season for the SK Modifies. Then we moved on to the Wheeling Tour Modifies for Nashville, Lanier, USA, Stafford, Five Flags, and ending the season out at South Boston. Again, halfway through the season, we will switch over to the Wheeling Tour Modifieds. So, going to be interesting to see these drivers have to drive 2 different vehicles throughout the season. And they are currently gridding up for this B main. 6 drivers in it, as Kyle Roberts is showing him in it, but I think he's race controlled tonight. So David Hall, the pole spot, Mickey Isaac second, Joaquin third, Philip Manzo fourth, fifth, Keith Lichtenwalner, and the last spot in the B main, Mikey Keller. One person will be left out of the main race. Who will it be? So last week it didn't matter, but this time around it does. Winning this B main will lock that 16th spot up in the main race. And if you're unsure about the rules for this series, if we have more than 20 drivers, we're going to have top 15 qualify or top 15 in qualifying are sent directly to the main race, and then we have how many ever drivers are left will race out in a B main for the rest of the 5 spots. We'll have 20 drivers in the main, and we had 21 qualified tonight. As the pace truck's going to pull off, David Hall, the control car, he's going to wait till the green flag presents itself. The green flag is out here at the Bullring. And the top 2, Mickey Isaac, David Hall, stay very close together. David Hall going to be able to pull it out, though, out of turn 2. 20 laps is the B main. Joaquin Meza is able to take that second spot away from Mickey Isaac there. Oh, and a little bit of contact. Philip Manzo, the Keith Lichtenwalner. Philip Manzo is actually going to almost spin out. He's able to save it, but that's going to hurt him as now he's last and is out of position to make the race. A race for second is back on. Mickey Isaac looking to the low side of Joaquin Meza. And Mickey Isaac going to be able to pass up for that second spot once again, retake that away. And while all this is happening, David Hall has pulled away from everybody. He has currently a 1-second gap over Mickey Isaac. And Philip Manzo, you see here, tough night for him, being in that last spot, not in position to make the main race, and is going to need a caution to be with the rest of the pack in order to try to make that up, because he is 4 seconds back from Mikey Keller in the 5th position. So unless in the next 13 laps we can get a caution, his night is going to end early. You're with David Hall right now, though. Has stretched that lead out to 1.8 seconds now. So no contest for that lead ever since he was side by side with Mickey Isaac. Speaking of Mickey Isaac, Joaquin Meza able to make a pass right back on Mickey Isaac. So these two are going back and forth for this second spot. And speaking of, Mickey Isaac looking to the low side now of Joaquin. So these two have been trading out the second spot all race long. Looks like Joaquin's actually starting to make a little bit of ground up on Mickey Isaac, so going to be able to secure that second spot now with 10 laps to go. David Hall, just no mistakes, and no mistakes by other drivers, obviously, but the main thing that he's focusing on is not making mistakes himself, and he's going to be able to win this race and secure that 16th starting position in the main race, 125 laps. He might be, yeah, he's coming up on Philip Manzo, who's in the sixth spot right now. Philip Manzo, the only driver on track right now, hoping for a caution. Coming to 5 laps to go now, and Philip Manzo holding off our leader David Hall right now, trying to stay on the lead lap in case of a caution, but not going to be able to do so. David Hall going to put our first driver a lap down tonight. Obviously only the B main, so a lot longer of a race to come here shortly. Now 3 laps to go for David Hall. And these laps, I mean, only a 20-lap race, but they are ticking by. Maybe take a little ride along with David Hall through here through the last 2 laps here. For it being a little over a quarter mile, it's actually pretty interesting how long these straights are. The turns are not very, very long, so usually you see longer turns and shorter straights, but not something you see here. As David Hall is going to take the checkered flag for the B main of tonight's main event here in the Williams Auto Group 125. Joaquin Meza second, Mickey Isaac third, Keith Lichtenwaller fourth, Mikey Keller fifth, and Philip Manzo, unfortunately, not going to make tonight's race in that 6th position. And we're going to have a, looks like 2-minute warm-up, so I will be right back. All right, so a warm-up for tonight's race about to end, and these guys getting ready to run 125 laps around the Bullring here tonight. There you go. So we're going to go ahead and pull up your grid for tonight's race. Aaron Abendroth with the pole spot tonight, 14.483. Elliot Longenecker second, Garrett Kinder third, Ryan Bean fourth, Jason Warren fifth, Josh Oswald sixth, Kevin Dowd seventh, Terry Bates eighth, Rusty Modesty ninth, Kenneth Younts top 10, Aaron Ward 11th, Casey Kuntz 12th. 13th tonight is Michael DeLong. 14th, Michael Swink. Logan Sturgeon 15th. After winning the B main, David Hall gets his 16th spot tonight. Joaquin Meza 17th. Mickey Isaac 18th. Keith Lichtenwallner 19th. And Mikey Keller rounding out the field tonight for the Williams Auto Group 125. And we're going to wait for these guys to start rolling off and should do a couple pace laps, and we'll be off and racing tonight. As Aaron Abendroth going to be the control car to start off tonight's 125 lap event there in that 65 machine. Going to do one more pace lap for these cars. So yeah, every week for this series, you're only going to see 20 cars out on track, no matter how many are in the session to begin with. And what you just saw, the B main, we'll sort out the last 5. So if we get more and more people in this series, say even 30, you could have up to 15 people fighting for those last 5 spots. So far this season, we've only had, out of the 2 races, one where they've actually had a battle to make it in. But I think as we get more people in, that B main's definitely going to be very interesting to watch as people fighting for positions to get into the main race. The green flag is out. Aaron Abendroth, great restart. Garrett Kinder from third, able to get that second spot, so a nice restart from him as well. So that inside line got a really great jump on that restart. Jason Warren and Garrett Kinder both moved up a couple of spots. They were nose to tail third and fifth, and now are nose to tail second and third, actually starting to creep up onto our leader so far. Top 3 really pulled away from the rest of the field so far. Garrett Kinder to the back bumper of Aaron Abendroth. But he's gonna play the patient game, and actually Jason Warren gonna be able to make a pass on him after Garrett Kinder had to check up to not make contact. So that's gonna cost him a spot. Elliot Longenecker, who started second, he's finally able to find a spot on that inside line. Looks like that outside line is going to be a tough one tonight in terms of restarts. You saw that Longenecker was just not able to find his way to the bottom, and finally, after losing 2 positions, is able to do so in front of Ryan Bean there in the 28. As we are really just single filed out. Jason Warren trying to pass our leader, already 7 laps in. He's going to try to find the best place he can to do so, but that might be tough. So we're going to see how he handles it. Oh, and there he goes. Garrett Kinder to the lead. Great pass. He was able to get a great run off the exit, and that set up his turn into turn 1 and 2. And that's going to give Mr. Jason Warren the lead tonight. Now Garrett Kinder as well going to make a pass on the 65. So Aaron's starting to maybe fall back a little bit here as he's lost 2 positions since being our leader. Ryan Bean on the back bumper of Elliott Longenecker. Oh, lap traffic in front of him. I thought there was going to be a right there, but thankfully they're able to keep it clean. And Ryan Bean really on the back bumper of Elliott Longenecker right now, but not everybody's able to make that kind of pass that Warren did. Warren made that pass look easier than it really is, especially at these short tracks. So going to be interesting to see all night long how these drivers are able to, put their cars into spaces that maybe they probably shouldn't. But at a short track, you got to be aggressive. If there's a hole to take, you got to try to put your car there and get that spot from the driver in front of you. A lot of racing going all the way through the pack. See Logan Sturgeon being hunted down right now by Joaquin. Joaquin, we're seeing from him what Garrett Kinder had to do earlier. He had to back up to not hit the back bumper of Logan Sturgeon, and that caused him to check up, but he's able to keep his position as Michael DeLong back here got a little loose, looked like on the backstretch, but he's able to keep that car going. And Joaquin Meza once again looking to the inside of Logan Sturgeon. Just not good enough of a run to make the pass yet. Leader Jason Warren currently a little bit under a second gap over Garrett Kinder in second. And Garrett Kinder himself has almost built a second gap. It's about a 6/10 gap over Aaron Binderoth in that third position. He fell back to third or fourth, but he's able to finally regroup himself and actually holding strong there. And now over a second over fourth place, Ryan Bean. So a nice job by him after losing the lead and losing second place at holding his spot at third, and gives himself another chance to try to catch back up to Garrett Kinder and fight for that second position once again. Sorry if my mic was muted. I apologize there. But the first caution tonight, Kevin Dowd, Rusty Modesty. See what happened here. Oh, slow in front of him, and 6 was checking up and nowhere to go for Mr. Kevin Dowd there, and that is going to bring out our first caution of tonight's race. And I don't think we're seeing anybody down pit road. Oh, you're going to see a couple cars peel down there. Elliot Longenecker down pit road, it looks like, along with Joaquin Meza and Aaron Ward as well. So mainly everybody stays out, but Elliot Longenecker, Joaquin Meza, Keith Lichtenwalner, and Aaron Ward down pit road right now. Jason Warren, Garrett Kinder, Aaron Abendroth, Ryan Bean, Josh Oswald, Rusty Modesty, Kevin Dowd, Terry Bates, and Kenneth Younce. Oh, and Casey Kuntz, your top 10. Almost ended it at 9th and said top 10. While we're under caution, we'll take we'll do it if we have another caution. I was going to pull up the schedule, but the caution laps do not take a long time around here, so we'll make sure to check that out next time around. If we have another caution, of course. Jason Warren, your control car of this restart, and he is off. Green flag, and that's a little surprising to Garrett Kinder as he's now stuck on the outside for that second position. Let's see if he gives that up and gets to that inside line quick as he does. Caution's out. Looks like Joaquin Meza, big damage to that car, and Michael Swink nowhere to go. Oh, it looked like wrecking in front of Joaquin and nowhere to go for him. Yep. And then just nowhere to go. Gets hit in the back, too. Unfortunate wreck from Mr. Joaquin Meza. They just wrecked right in front of him, and a tough decision to make there, where to go, and I don't think he really made the wrong decision. It just did not end up well for him, and that's sometimes what can happen to these short tracks. A wreck happens right in front of you, and it crowds the track and just really nowhere to go. And with that, we will take a look at the schedule once again. Myrtle Beach next week, Martinsville, Bristol, North Wilkesboro will end the SK Modifieds for the season. Then we move on to the Wheel and Tour Modifieds, Nashville, Lanier, USA, Stafford Motor Speedway, Five Flags, and ending the season out at South Boston Speedway for, as you see, 125 laps every single track, all short tracks. So that's one thing you're able to do when you have all short tracks is make them the same amount of laps, which is what you're seeing tonight through 41 laps of 125. going to be interesting to see this time around. Aaron Abendroth in that second position. Now he's going to start on the outside of our leader, Jason Warren. And we've kind of seen these guys struggle a little bit. It looks like we're going to single file restarts. So actually erase that from your memory. I never said that. As the green flag is out, he will not have to start on the outside of our leader. Right behind him, actually. Which is going to kind of best case scenario for all these guys up here. Side by side back here, Kenneth Younts, and looks like Kevin Dowd. Kevin Dowd's able to hold that spot. Casey Kuntz, David Hall right behind him, though. They are racing it out, and Michael DeLong a part of that battle for the 9th position. And David Hall, no choice but to, stuck on that outside line, give up those positions, and he's finally going to be able to fall in behind Elliott Longenecker. Oh, Elliott Longenecker gets loose right on his outside. He's somehow able to save it, not make contact. So a great save from Elliott Longenecker, but he's going to fall back to the 13th position, but it could have been so much worse. So great save by the driver in the 5, and he's already about to make a pass on Logan Sturgeon to make up one of those spots he lost. At least gives himself the opportunity to make these spots back up instead of wrecking, killing that car, and then not being able to do anything with it. Ryan Bean up to the 3rd position. Garrett Kinder also able to pass Aaron, move up to that 2nd spot. 3-car battle right now, and Jason Warren pulling away from this 3-car battle. About 7/10 now. See what Ryan Bean's able to do. We've seen him kind of move through the field a little bit. See if he's able to eventually make a pass for the 2nd position. But right now on his back bumper, he has to worry about Aaron Abendroth. He's going to be able to take that 3rd spot back away there on the inside. But Ryan not going to give it up without a fight, but not much he can do on that outside lane. Still a lot of racing going back here. We saw this battle a while ago, and it's still going on. Michael DeLong actually able to make a pass over David Hall and Casey Kuntz, but David Hall looking to give it right back, and lap traffic's going to make this battle even more interesting. Casey Kuntz does give Michael a buffer so that they don't wreck with that lap traffic right on his outside. But Michael does see him start to creep into the inside, so he's going to give up the lane. And we'll see if he's able to sneak in front of Elliott Longenecker. Not able to do so. So giving up that inside line to Casey Kuntz, going to cause Michael DeLong to fall back 2 spots now. Garrett Kinder starting to catch up to Warren. And really the rest of this, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th starting to catch up. Let's go a little bit of onboard with Kinder just to see what's going right for him right now. As you see, a pretty obstructed view up there in the front and just really all around in this car. A lot of roll cages that are just roll bars that are in the wrong position to be able to see. Kinder starting to steadily get closer to Warren, but we're going to see if he does get to him, what he's going to be able to do with it, with how tough Warren is to pass. We'll see if he's able to get to him, one, and if he is able to get to him, if the pass can be made relatively easy or not. So this top 4 still really close to each other. Jason Warren 1.2 seconds over Ryan Bean in fourth. Ryan Bean behind these other two drivers in front of him, Aaron Abendroth and Garrett Kinder. And these four have separated themselves by over 3 seconds from the rest of the field. So right now, racing for position up here, you're only going to lose back to around the fourth position with being 3 seconds ahead of fifth. Still have a lot of battling going back here. Kenneth Younts, right in front of him, Kevin Dowd, David Hall. These two have found themselves around each other a decent amount. David Hall fighting back from his start. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle from Kevin Dowd. He's able to avoid him, though. David Hall started in the 16th position up to 7th now, so a great race from him so far through 66 laps, up 9 positions from his initial starting spot, which of course was the 16th position, which he won the B main to get to. Aaron Abendroth able to make a pass over Garrett Kinder. He was our pole sitter, so we know he has speed. And now that he's made that pass for second, let's see what he's got for Jason Warren now and more of a race pace. He is just a little bit under a second back from Warren, so he does have some time to make up. Now the top 13 are on the lead lap at this point. Logan Sturgeon, though, he is 13.5 seconds behind Jason Warren, so these guys are running 14 to 15 second laps, so he is pretty close to going a lap down. That is Mikey Keller you see in front of our leader. But if you look ahead of him, Logan Sturgeon right there in that 26 machine in danger of going a lap down here if we don't get a caution. Forgot to mention we're over halfway already now into this race, 72 laps through 125 lap event. There goes Logan Sturgeon a lap down. Michael DeLong, the next victim for Jason Warren in terms of putting people a lap down. Caution's out. So Logan Sturgeon, unfortunately, won a lap down, but he'll be able to get that lap back at least with the lucky dog position. Trying to sort through the field and see if we have a record, but I'm not seeing anybody. And nobody pitting up front this time around either. See everybody passing up that pit road entrance. Oh, I don't even think the pace truck was out yet, so pit road wasn't even open, I believe. Still nobody venturing down there. Good to see Michael DeLong and Joaquin Meza go down pit road there. Now with 50 laps to go in the Williams Auto Group 125 here tonight. We have a couple more drivers down pit road. Logan Sturgeon, Mickey Isaac, along with Michael DeLong. See if we stick with the single file restarts or if we'll get the double filed restarts going once again. I know sometimes in a race they'll put it on single file until the very end if we get another caution, and then so we can have an interesting double file restart. And it looks like they have switched it back. So these guys gonna line it up 2 by 2. All 20 cars still in tonight's race. No one been wrecked out yet. Good thing to see there. Pace truck is off once again. Jason Warren, your control car. Aaron Abendrathan is outside. The green flag is out. Garrett Kinder, a nice restart there in third behind the leader, able to get a good jump. And there are a train of cars there on the inside that Aaron Abendrathan's going to have to try to race off or race against and get to that inside line, as Josh Oswald now going to fill that hole on the inside there. And Oswald going to be able to squeeze in front of Aaron there, and Aaron has fallen back now to the 5th position. David Hall looking to take that away from him. Now back to 6th from his 2nd starting position. And now the 6 of Rusty Modesty going down there, so he has lost a ton of spots on this restart. And it is only going down more. So very unfortunate restart for Aaron Abendroth, now falling back to 7th, and even more now 8th. Kenneth Younce on the inside. And if he can sneak in behind Kenneth here, some fresh air there on the bottom as he's finally able to get down. A long time waiting for that 65 after restarting 2nd, back to the 8th position now. Jason Warren with a 4/10 gap over Garrett Kinder currently. Guys like Garrett Kinder, Ryan Bean, Aaron Abendroth, we've seen them all night long so far stick with Jason Warren, but not really have the speed to compete with him. And we're seeing that right now. Garrett Kinder sticking around 4 to 5 tenths behind him, just not enough to get to him. And that can be very irritating sometimes, seeing the driver but just not being able to catch him no matter what you do. And that just says something about the way Jason Warren, 1, how fast he is, and 2, the kind of setups he builds to where he's able to be this consistent, this fast, and able to stay out in the lead after starting this race in the 5th position. Quickly made his way to the lead and has not given it up since. Ryan Bean looking to finally get to that 2nd position, but he's going to have to get through Garrett Kinder to do it. And Josh Oswald, David Hall now fighting for a position. David Hall now up 11 spots from that 16th starting spot, looking to make it 12 over Josh Oswald. That 3 machine is looking strong right now. Speaking of pass, Ryan Bean going to make that pass over Garrett Kinder and get sorry about that, get into that 2nd position. See if he has anything for Warren. Need a drink of water after that one. David Hall still trying to find a way to make a pass on Josh Oswald. Just not able to do so yet. That's one thing. The further you get up the field, the harder it's going to be to pass. And, I mean, we've seen David Hall kind of cruise through the field so far, but now in that 5th position and kind of stuck there right now. Aaron Abendroth fighting back from that bad restart where he restarted 2nd and fell all the way back to 8th or 9th, and now up to 7th, looking to catch Rusty Modesty for the 6th position. And, couldn't tell who that was. I thought it was Garrett Kinder for a second. Was it Elliott Longnick? No, I'm not sure who that was. But they had a problem, it looked like. all over the back bumper. David Hall on Josh Oswald, but just nothing he's able to do yet. And if we get further into this race, you know, closer to the finish, we're already getting close to the finish, but even closer, I think we might see a bump there from David Hall, but maybe a little too early for him. But with 28, 29 laps to go, not a lot of time to make up anything after passing Oswald if he's able to. So he wants to try to make that pass as soon as he can. Right now, Jason Warren, your leader, 8/10 gap over Ryan Bean, and almost 2 seconds on Garrett Kinder. So Warren showing that speed that he always has in any car that he runs. Now working on lap traffic. That's going to slow him down just a little bit, help Ryan Bean get a little bit closer. But Ryan's going to have to deal with the same lap traffic, and they're actually side by side right now. He's able to work through that lap traffic smoothly, but now that puts him about a second behind Jason Warren and only 8/10 over Garrett Kinder in the third position. A lot of traffic back here. Kenneth Younts, Casey Kuntz, Michael DeLong, Kevin Dowd, and I think Michael Swink is a lap down back there, but a long train of cars battling for position right now. Casey Kuntz looking to the inside of Kenneth Younts. Oh, and David Hall, Josh Oswald and David Hall have an issue. So we saw those two racing for position, and it looks like David Hall finally got a little impatient maybe. We'll see what happened here. Going down into turn one. Oh, just a little bit of contact. Not even a lot of contact. Just a little bit, and that causes Josh Oswald to spin around, but I don't think he hit anything. No, he did not hit anything. So thankfully, no real damage to that car, but unfortunately, that is going to move Josh Oswald from the top four or actually he's only fallen back to fifth. So not going to hurt him too much. It actually hurt David Hall more, as he is now back to the 12th position. So all that ground he made up has gone away with one wreck, and not very much time to make up that many positions. With 19 laps to go, David Hall currently around 7 spots back from where he was battling Josh Oswald. So very unfortunate for both drivers, but more fortunate for Josh Oswald. He's able to keep that top 5 going right now. Sorry about that. Now these guys back 2 by 2. Going to restart with 16 laps to go here at the Bullring here in Las Vegas, USA. And Jason Warren going to keep them as high up as he can. A great restart. Going to leave Ryan Bean to battle. Oh, Garrett Kinder going to make contact with Aaron Abendroth. They're able to keep it straight. Unfortunately for Aaron, he's going to have to, contact, hit the wall, upside down. caution. That's 2 times he's had to start on the outside, and it has not worked out for him either time. But this time, worse than the last, is he's going to end up upside down. Gets loose contact with the ounce and upside down. See if that car actually got back on its... Nope. It's going to stay on the roof, and he's going to have to take a tow. Unfortunate night for our pole sitter tonight. Aaron DeBendroff now going to fall back to the 16th position, and with still everyone left in this race, not sure how much more he'll lose down pit road, as he will have to wait the couple minutes for the tow. And that is going to give us a restart with maybe a little over or right at 10 laps to go in this race. 10 laps out of, 125 laps tonight, 10 laps to go. So coming down to winning time for one of these drivers. Jason Warren obviously been the strongest car all night long, but with a late restart, Ryan Bean, Garrett Kinder, Josh Oswald, Kenneth Younts all in the top 5. Behind him, all a chance to try to make a run at Warren, and kind of an upset tonight after leading so many laps. It would be kind of an upset if anybody else won, but it's definitely possible with these late restarts. You never know what can happen. Warren, all he can control is how good of a jump on the restart he gets. If he can get a good enough jump, he won't really have to worry about anybody behind him if he's fast enough, which obviously he's shown tonight he's very fast. And it looks like we are going to move to single file restart. So late in this race, Warren not going to have to deal with anybody on his outside. 10 laps to go when we get the green flag. Jason Warren going to try to catch him off guard as much as he can. Green flag's out. A great jump from Ryan Bean behind him. He's going to stick with him. Josh Oswald to the inside of Garrett Kinder, fighting back from that wreck a little while ago. But Ryan Bean right to the back, well, not right to the back bumper, but close to him. Close to Jason Warren in that 32. Under 10 laps to go, and I think we have a wreck. Big one. Kenneth Younts. Rusty Modesty as well. And that's going to give us another late race restart. 6 of Rusty Modesty. Just a little bit of contact with Kenneth. Spinning those cars around, and a lot of contact for Rusty. See how many laps that leaves us with on the restart. Probably going to leave us with at least 3 laps to go. If not a green-white checkered, we'll see what happens. But either way, we're going to have an eventful restart here to end tonight's race. See if maybe we get the 1 to green here this time by. See if the lights go off in the pace truck. No go, so we're going to get at least one more caution lap. So that'll put us at least with 3 laps to go when we go back under green. We'll see if the pace truck turns the lights off this next time around. And the lights are off. So 3-lap shootout here at the Bullring to decide a winner on tonight's race. Jason Warren been dominant all night long, but with 3 laps to go, he's going to have competition. Ryan Bean, Garrett Kinder, Josh Oswald, Michael DeLong, the top 5. Green flag is out. Magnificent jump from Jason Warren there. That's going to leave Garrett Kinder and Ryan Bean side by side for the second position. The longer they battle, the better for Warren. And they are going to continue to battle. Garrett Kinder's going to dive down to get that second position. 2 laps to go now. And not much for these guys behind Warren to do about the lead as they continue to battle each other for the second position. And behind these two as well, they're battling. Oh, and a wreck. That's going to bring out a caution. And, oh, no. Jason Warren going to have to line him up and restart one more time at least. He was just about to collect the white flag coming out of turn 4. And we have a spinner bringing out a caution. So at least one more, or at least one green flag, green white checkered, sorry, for tonight's race. That last restart was with 3 to go. This time around it's going to be 2. And Jason Warren once again going to have a great jump on the restart to maintain that lead. So Warren done everything right tonight so far and just has to hold on for a couple more laps. See if they line him up 2 by 2. That'll make this restart a lot more interesting. And he's actually dipping down. I'm not sure what that was. See if we get the lights off in the pace car and a go to go green flag racing once again. Lights are off and we are going to, we're going to stack them up 2 by 2. And we're going to get a green white checkered here. Garrett Kinder now on the outside of Jason Warren. Ryan Bean 3rd, Josh Oswald 4th, and Casey Kuntz 5th. Running out your top 5. The pace truck is off. Jason Warren is off. The green flag is out. Leaving once again Ryan Bean, Garrett Kinder. Battle for the second position. Garrett Kinder's going to dive down into the turn. A little bit of contact maybe, but nothing happened in terms of a wreck. Ryan Bean in second, but 1 lap to go now here at the Bullring. And Jason Warren just has to hold on for half a lap now. Garrett Kinder going to dive down for that second position. What a move. Garrett Kinder to the second spot. Jason Warren, your winner of tonight's race. Williams Auto Group 125 from Bullring. Jason Warren, strong strong car all night long, and even has to deal with the late race restarts and is able to hold on to the lead and the win. What a race tonight here at the Bullring. A great race put on by these drivers tonight. No, a little bit of burnout contact with driver there. For a track like the Bullring, with how small it is, it can be tough to put on a race like that, but these drivers did a great job tonight. Little Polish victory lap here from Jason Warren. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull him in here now. Go ahead and actually I need to hop into my Rebels Racing Network channel so I can actually pull people in here. All right, let's go ahead and get Mr. Warren over here. Hey, oh, I have my push to talk on. Hey, Jason, Zach in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Well, I mean, strong car all night, and I mean, you qualified fifth, and obviously you had easily the best car all night. Take us through how that car felt.
I kind of screwed up on qualifying pretty bad, but I knew we had a really strong car. Just had to keep it clean, try to get in the front, and just drive around the lap cars and pray that nobody made a mistake or that we didn't make a mistake, or just keep it clean. And I knew everything was gonna be all right.
I don't believe you ran last week, right? In the Wednesday?
No, I just watched the broadcast.
Okay.
I didn't run it last week.
So, yeah, you come in here tonight, you win. Did you keep an eye on anybody in the broad? You don't have to name names if you don't want to, but in terms of just watching people, did you keep an eye on anybody tonight that you saw in the broadcast that maybe looked strong last week?
I'm not sure if Ryan ran last week, but he was in the super late model race last Thursday, and I knew he was going to be pretty strong. Kinder's always strong. Oswald's always good on these short tracks. Longenecker had some speed. My buddy from 09, Aaron Abendroth, was in this race, and I knew he was going to be pretty strong. But yeah.
All right. So you got any shout-outs you want to throw out there tonight?
09 Race Shop. I can't thank them enough. Warren's Utility Buildings, Carports, and Garages. The Crafty Crafter. You for doing the broadcast. I'd like to thank Oswald for doing everything he's doing for this league. It was a great race tonight. Not many cautions, some good racing. And that's about it, my man.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the win. Great race. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
All right. Appreciate it. Take care.
You too. All right. We got Garrett in here. Garrett, you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you win last week, and you're able to pull out a strong second-place finish tonight. Didn't look like anybody really had anything for that 32 machine tonight, but you're able to hold off for the second-place finish. Is there anything about these cars that you just really like because you seem strong in them so far?
As you know, I'm not a short track racer by trade, but these SKs, they're just fun, man. I wasn't nearly as comfortable with my setup this week as I was last week, but find a way to make it work. And you're exactly right. 32 was on rails tonight, and yeah, I don't think anybody had anything for him.
We saw in that last that green white checkered coming down to 3 and 4, you really dove into that turn to make a pass on Ryan Bean. How were you able to make it stick there? Did you think it would?
Well, luckily, I found that these tires cool off pretty quick, and if that caution that came out with about 15 to go, that's about as far as I could go without my tires getting hot again. The way this setup was, and I started losing the front end pretty bad. But being as we had a couple cautions in a row, I knew my tires were cooled back off, and I was going to have a little bit more grip than what I was used to. So just sent it in there, and it worked out.
Awesome. You got any shout outs you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody over at Full Send Racing. They've been helping me out a lot on this short track stuff. Jason, Josh, Elliot, they're all great dudes. Reaper Racing, of course, great guys over there. They're very supportive, and we have a good time over there as well. Everybody over here at the Thunderstruck Super Series and the Sister League at Original Rebels, across the board, just some great guys to run with. And I'm really enjoying the short track stuff. So we'll see how it goes next week.
All right, man. Well, nice second place finish. Great run. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
Appreciate you, brother. Take it easy.
You too. All right. Now we'll move on to Ryan Bean, third place finisher tonight. Hey, Ryan, Zach in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Hey, man. Great race tonight. You started fourth. You finished third. So consistency is key. We saw you battling with Kinder there for a long time, kind of that second half of the race. How are you two just able to battle it out so long?
The car came to life at the end, luckily, and man, I'm amazed I stuck with him, man. I saw him in practice, and I thought there was no way I'm gonna be able to hang out with him. But I'm not sure, if he was maybe cooling down his tires or something. But I'm just happy I could stick with him and Jason. I don't know if I could have beaten Jason, but it would have been close.
Well, I believe you finished third last week, and you're able to finish third again. So I asked Garrett this. I'll ask you the same thing. Or is there anything you like about these cars? Because you seem to be good at them.
They're just, I don't really know exactly what it is. They're just so fun to drive, and I truly can't tell you why that. And it's just a totally different car from the super late model like tomorrow night. I really can't tell you why I love it, but it's just really fun to race, and you can actually race with it. Like, not many cars in iRacing you can actually race side by side a few laps with.
Well, don't worry, man. You answered that question just fine. That was a great answer. So you got any shout-outs you want to throw out there tonight?
Williams Auto Groups, again, sponsoring our team and sponsoring the league, and all my teammates helping me out, making me be better, and the league for putting on a great show. Can't wait for tomorrow night.
All right, man. Well, congrats on your top 3 finish, and, yeah, looking forward to seeing you there tomorrow night.
Just a good one.
You too. All right. That was your top 3 finishers from tonight's race. And we'll move on to the results. Overall, great race tonight. You heard Garrett say it, just in, all across the board. And, Warren mentioned himself, very few cautions tonight for a track like this. So impressive run by these guys to put on a show like that and a car like that as well. So I enjoy these cars. I enjoy this series a lot, and these drivers make it very easy to broadcast. I have a lot of fun, and it never feels like I don't want to be here. It's always fun to broadcast these guys. So shout out, first of all, to the drivers. And then, shout out to all the admins that put these races on. The Thunderstruck Super Series, Jason Warren, Josh Oswald kind of run this series, and they do a great job at it. And, of course, it is the sister league of Original Rebels Racing League, which a lot of these drivers are in as well. So, just shout out to everybody that puts together the league and puts on a great show. And, of course, the sponsor, Williams Auto Group, for sponsoring not only the Wednesday night series, but also the Thursday night late model series. So shout out to you guys. Your results: Jason Warren, your winner; Garrett Kinder, second; Ryan Bean, third; Casey Kuntz, fourth; Terry Bates, fifth; Josh Oswald, sixth; Elliot Longenecker, seventh; David Hall, eighth; Kevin Dowd, ninth; and rounding out your top 10 is Kenneth Younts; Logan Sturgeon, 11th; Michael DeLong, 12th; Rusty Modesty, 13th; Mickey Isaac 14th, Aaron Ward 15th. 16th is Aaron Abendroth, which tough night for him after getting the pole spot and racing in the top 5 really all night long. Fell back to 9th and eventually got into a wreck where it put him upside down and unfortunately finishes 16th tonight. But if we can take anything away from tonight, he's going to be fast for weeks to come. So we'll see what he can do. Michael Swink 17th, Keith Lichtenwalner 18th, 19th Joaquin Meza and Mikey Keller 20th. Rounding out the field for tonight's race. We'll go ahead and check out your schedule one last time tonight for the series. Next week, Myrtle Beach Speedway for another 125-lap race. As you see, 125 laps at every single track. We head to Martinsville, Bristol, and then North Wilkesboro to finish out the first half of the season for the SK Modifieds side of it. Then we head to the Whelen Tour Modifieds, where we go to Nashville, Lanier, USA, Stafford, Five Flags, and South Boston to finish out the season for the Wednesday night Thunder Modified Series. So a long way to go for these guys, only 2 weeks in, and from the racing we've seen so far, only 2 races in, that it's going to be a great season filled with a lot of fun racing. So yeah, once again, just one last shout out to all the drivers in here tonight. Williams Auto Group for sponsoring. It's been Zach Wetstein at the booth. See you tomorrow night. Have a good